Whose is
It
this?
was there. I
That-
remember seeing it.
That's mine.
Oh, it's yours? Okay, this is mine. Okay. I don't want to get cooties.
Good afternoon. It's 5 o'clock, and this is the Tuesday, October 22nd meeting of Lorain County Board of Commissioners. May we begin with the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Riddell,
Here.
Commissioner Moore,
Here.
Commissioner Hung.
Here.
We have a quorum. The first today is a proclamation for proclaiming October 22nd as Selma Fritz Day, as she turns 107 years old on October 24th of 2024.
Well, Jeff handed this off. Back about a year and a half ago, we started talking as a group, as a commission up here, to celebrate our bicentennial. Lorain County's government was formed in 1824. And in the beginning of this year, we had a gentleman that actually served under General Patton that was here, and he celebrated his 100th birthday. And we thought, as we close out our bicentennial celebration, Chris Kish said that, mentioned that this is your 107th birthday this week. Congratulations. And I think the best part is that you were here for Lorain County government's century. So you're actually here for the centennial and the bicentennial. So what I have here is something that the three commissioners have, proclamation. Whereas Selma Fritz, being born on October 24th, 1917, the youngest of 5 children, beginning a life that would span more than a century and include marrying the love of her life, Frank Fritz, with whom she spent more than 60 blissful years until he was claimed by his Lord in 1997. Whereas Selma was an adoring mother to one incredible son, Ronald, and takes immeasurable pleasure in serving as a grandmother to 3, Vicky, Valerie, and Mark, and great-grandmother to 2 more, Sarah and Cooper. And whereas Selma strived to put the needs and well-being of her family above all else, working long, tireless days and unending nights at a variety of local businesses to ensure her loved ones were well cared for, learning a variety of trades, including the selling of coats at J.C. Penney's to grinding her way along the assembly line at Bendix. And whereas Selma still finds time to embrace her heritage and her unyielding faith, dedicating what time not consumed by work or family to help her community, serving many years on the honor guard for the Ladies Auxiliary of the United Polish Club, of which she is an honorary member of 73 years, a lifelong member of St. Agnes Parish in Elyria, Ohio for 74 years. Whereas Selma is one of the original sellers of the monthly Elyria Catholic Dad's Booster monthly raffle tickets spanning from 1947 to present, an outstanding 77 years, and has served as an election poll worker and member of the Women's League at Brentwood Golf Course for many years. And whereas Selma Fritz, after 107 adventurous orbits around our sun, still maintains that sparkle in her shining eyes and a spring in her step, finding the time and energy to golf, gamble, and smell the roses, sharing her immeasurable zest for life, wit, and wisdom to all those lucky enough to know her. So now, therefore, we, the Board of Commissioners of Lorain County, do declare and proclaim October 22nd, 2024, a day of celebration honoring Selma Victoria Fritz, and urge all of her citizens to assist in according this observance the attention and importance to which it is entitled. Signed, the Lorain County Commissioners. Happy birthday. Oh, well, I know before our meeting, everybody is wishing you well, but there is something special after this presentation that I think everyone's going to be going to, because I don't think you want to sit through our meeting, okay? So if you don't, would you like to have the whole family have a photograph up here as we give them the proclamation? Sure. Okay, and your friends too? Sure. Okay.
Let's do one big
Well, come on, Carol.
stand up.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, you want to do that?
Just hold on a second and they'll get everybody up there.
That's okay. I wish we should let her get situated first before we.
Hey, Sue. it is cool. I mean, that's what I was saying. Me and Amy were saying, oh, like, I got creaks and aches and everything, right?
Look at this. Holy smokes.
Ready? Here we go. Say cheese.
Fuzzy pickles.
You got it?
We got it.
Hi, Sue.
We got another area for celebration.
Sue Gwen. I don't think she cared me. Sue. Hi. How are you? Good. How are you doing? That's okay. Good. Not yet.
She's not allowed to. We need her.
She retired from the engineer's office 12 years ago.
Oh, look, he did put it in here. I saw this on my desk.
Bill, is you?
I didn't know that many people were showing up.
You just locked up the over 100 one.
Oh, yeah, both of them.
I mean, Christ, she looks amazing.
I know.
Is that
Right?
insane?
Yeah.
I hope I look that way at
Well,
60.
well, Chris said it's only been lately that she's had to walk up to that point.
That's, I mean, talk about genetics. She got right up out of the chair. She looks better than Burner.
Well, everybody looks better than Burner.
Oh my!
Oh,
I'm
shoot,
so
we're
glad
live,
my
guys.
tape is off.
Awful.
We're live.
Okay. Next one, we're gonna have the winners for the bicentennial.
We only have one
We only
here,
have
but
one
yes,
person here.
whenever you're ready.
And that person is,
Mary Beth Riley. Mary Beth Riley
Beth.
in red. Did you get your sheet?
no,
I'm looking for it. Like
I
a
didn't get a sheet.
teenager.
I didn't see
do not.
No, they're not teenagers.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Okay, I got
so they-
one here.
Okay.
What's
okay,
this? Oh, here, you wanna look at that?
I don't.
What do you put in-
Understood.
there we go.
Okay.
Do we need it underneath?
I'm just
or no?
used to how we say it, the kids come in.
Oh, we
Okay,
got one.
Okay.
we got that.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes,
The next thing is we had 3 winners for the Bicentennial Fan Monument Contest. Do you want to read this, or you
yes.
want to read it?
Go ahead.
The Lorain County Bicentennial did an LC Cool Traveler, which was a mascot that Mary Brush, which was a 7th grader at that time, designed in 1996 when the commissioners did a county government day. Over 1,000 fans were distributed at all Lorain County libraries and various places for people to learn about some history of Lorain County, which celebrated their 200 years on May 24th to 24. There are 74 National Register of Historic Places, war memorials, and various plaques and dedications in Lorain County that included places such as Amherst, Avon Lake, Columbia Station, Elyria, Lorain, Oberlin, Sheffield Lake, South Amherst, and Wellington. Participants had to visit 6 places and submit pictures. The 3 winners are Joyce Plass, Mary Beth Riley, and Sandra Buckland. And Mary Beth Riley is here today.
Mary Beth, where are you?
Oh, there she, okay.
There she is.
Yeah.
Yes,
What do we,
And then each one will get a bag.
Yes.
And if the
Go ahead, Mr.
commissioners want to take a picture and present it to her.
but I'm taking Teresa with me because
That's right, we are.
for all of you, Teresa was the architect of the bicentennial.
I had a team.
That'll be the last time she comes to a commissioner meeting.
Right?
There you go. You're all set. You're all set.
So each will receive a shirt, a coin, and a $25 gift certificate to Lake Erie, or Erie Island Coffee, and a coaster.
Thank you.
And
I
that's the
know, you feel
veteran
left
race
out,
on
don't you,
November
Dan?
the 9th, I think.
I had to pay, Teresa charged me for my t-shirt and
Oh.
give it away for free, you know?
The t-shirts are still $5 if anybody would like them.
You charged me $10, I would put my hand on a Bible to swear that.
I probably did.
Charging 20.
Yeah.
So if you'd
Okay.
like two, it could be 2 for,
2 for 25? Is
Yes.
that what you- yeah.
And then at 6 o'clock.
Continuing.
so the next is the presentation with Rob Berner, Director of 911, and Chrissy Messinger, New World.
Continuing on our good news tour.
Good news tour, that's right, we have good news for you tonight. Commissioners, thanks for having me this evening. I want to give you a quick update on what we're doing with New World. Part of our continuous effort to, I think this, I have, oh, there
There
it
we
is,
go.
okay. Continuous effort to improve our quality of service to the community in Lorain County citizens through better safety forces and better utilization of our public services. New World Cloud Hosted Solutions is what we're here to talk about. We currently run the New World at the Lorain County 911 and First Responders software on a database type server platform, and we're looking at moving it to a cloud-based data system. It's going to be more efficient and much more reliable for us because it doesn't rely on a server in our building. It relies on a cloud server, which has redundancy and backup that is going to be significantly better for our services. Lorain County basically has 911 software for first responders. The first responders are for our law enforcement, fire and EMS, and basically any kind of incident that occurs in the county that we deal with, but it's primary fire, EMS, and law enforcement. The New World Cloud basically has a lot of advantages. The current environment is a server farm, maintains security, cost of technology refresh every 5 to 7 years, and the multiple connectivity technologies from external agencies to 911 data center. The challenges with multiple vendors troubleshooting and resolution, and also the reliability and stability of the technology throughout the county. Agencies depend on multiple hops with single points of failure to data centers to access data. One of our biggest failure areas is our microwave antennas and stuff that we have relied on for several years, which is kind of an old technology. By moving to the cloud environment, we'll have multiple redundancy, and I'm going to say some of this stuff, but I don't know what it means because I'm not a technical person. SOC3, C2 server farms, Christy can explain that. The New World Cloud team maintains, performs, and patches maintenance and security. Basically what we're doing is we're minimizing our footprint in the data center. And we basically are able to minimize our costs because everything is bundled into one program and one unit. And the savings of the costs is going to be demonstrated with, this is kind of a big, this is very busy, so that's why I made a print for you, but I'm going to summarize it here for you in a second. The cloud environment is going to give us a savings over the next 7 years of basically over $700,000 with an annual savings over $100,000 a year by going to the cloud. And by doing that, what we're doing is we're taking our annual maintenance fee and fixing it, and our unit cost that is gone with 1,327 units. And what that means is all of our different programs, each different police agency, fire agency, EMS agency uses a number of different of those programs. And they're paying for them all individually. By going to the cloud, we can bundle that all those programs together so that each community that uses our services will pay just a smaller portion of it because it's all bundled together. It also allows for much more security and compliance. There's two things that are important in this for security. is that you can't hack the system because it's not our system. And compliance is basically one of the things we always rely on with the state to make sure that we get our right reporting done on a regular basis. And I have a great deputy director that is very good at compliance, and he really should be commended because he gets I think he sent you guys a report on our last report to to the state, and we were 100% in compliance. Next item, I'm going to turn over to our consultant because she knows more about this stuff than I do.
Thank you, Commissioners. What I want to speak to is the operational security and compliance portion of this. Lorain County, I do want to commend them. We are movers and shakers with the Tyler product. In fact, our first responders and our dispatchers won the Tyler product this year, not because we're friends with Tyler, but because we utilize it to the fullest. Tyler has an initiative to move by 2030 to the cloud for several reasons, but some of the most important are security and compliance. So what I want to talk about is the compliance section in the security. They do have 24/7 monitoring for all onboard security teams. One of the primary reasons to move to the cloud. Number two, the AWS Gov Cloud is where we will be moving to. It is primarily focused strictly for sensitive data for our first responders. It is all FIPS and government regulatory compliant on all measures. That is also a part of your packet. By 2030, the full Tyler suite will be in the cloud. I will tell you that we are not the first to go for obvious reasons. We don't want to blaze the trail, but we do want to set a precedence with security in the application. We do have a portion of our groups today in the cloud that is our fire departments. During these last few storms, it was tried and true. We were able to do incident command in our cities while most of the infrastructure was down. So at this point, we look to the security and the compliance. They have a 24/7 security team. We are also guaranteed over the redundancy of a 99.5% uptime, along with minimizing the downtime while we upgrade as well. So not to get into the technical, but those are important factors when we're looking at first responders in our city or in our county and how we attend to calls for our citizens. We looked over this on multiple accounts. We also spoke across the United States on those who are already on this platform and feel very confident that by moving to the cloud, we can continue to serve those that need us in the county.
In summary, basically, this is one of the first steps we're taking in what we call our DR, which is disaster recovery. What it does is we have to have a backup, the ability to back up our communications center with a disaster recovery program. By going to the cloud, what it does is it allows us to be mobile. It allows us to go and locate in any one of our satellite departments, and we can continue to dispatch and take 911 calls instantly. If something happens to our Burns Road facility, we can go to the Gateway facility. If something happens to both of those facilities, we can go to one of our satellites like Avon Lake, Oberlin, wherever we know there's still power up and everything's still functioning. And we're setting it up to that way because our disaster recovery plan is dependent on us being able to maintain a backup system. And we may even be able to go, we've been talking about getting grants to maybe make a mobile system where we have a trailer or a vehicle that has 6 different dispatch centers stations set up inside that we could use for our disaster recovery. And basically, Commissioners, all we're trying to basically tell you is we're moving forward. We think the cloud is the solution to one of our biggest challenges, which is disaster recovery. And we're going to be doing the same thing with our phone system in the future. We're going to be presenting a cloud-based phone system for the Commissioners to consider. But the good thing about this is it's going to save us money and it's going to improve our services. At that being said, I have nothing else to add unless anybody has any questions.
Rob, how soon do you expect all of everything to be in the cloud?
We expect to be in the cloud by the end of the year for New World. That's why we're here in October, so we can get on the agenda to be able to get our software updated, but for New World. For the phone system, we are still vetting companies, but we anticipate first quarter of 2025 to go on the cloud for that. Our radios are a different story. We really can't go cloud-based on the radio, but we are going mobile-based. So we do have the ability, as you'll know, in the last contract, or the contract you signed with Motorola, it calls for laptops to be installed or to be provided, and portable radios. So we do have our disaster recovery in place for our radio system. And those are our three major platforms: our phones, data, and radio.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I have 3 new hires too. That's something I did mention, but our staffing has really been improving at our communications center. We're doing better than the national average as far as filling positions and getting in quality trainees and quality dispatch personnel, and it's a credit to our staff. Thank you.
Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 4, advances, repayments. There were none. Number 5, requisitions.
Okay, page 2. And page 3. Okay, motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Notice, just as a coincidence, I saw the number before, but you'll notice 1718, the auditor is also taking advantage of the cloud.
Anything further? Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 6, travel.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 7, bills.
And I think what, we have 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is page 1. We have page 2, Victor. That takes care of the general revenue. Page 3 starts the special revenue. And page 4. And page 5. Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G 1 through 8. You want an executive session?
No executive session this evening. Do you have the personnel summary sheet?
I do. believe it's her.
Okay.
Move to approve the personnel summary sheet.
Second?
Discussion.
I'd like to note that, you know, the three appointments that Rob talked about, 911, three new hires there. Also, we have solid waste. And we have filled the voids in two of our boards, the Planning Commission. We welcome Virginia Haynes to join us to fill the position left by the passing of Bernie Nyrode. Also, for the CBCF board, we have one new member returning, Carl Small, Reverend Carl Small, and we have a new member, Thomas Tomaszewski Senior, and that brings that board to full staff.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Is there any public comment on agenda items? Or is that just public
No.
comment? Okay. Is there any old business? No. Board business. 9, approve and waive the reading of the County Commissioners meeting minutes of October 1st, 8th, and 11th.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Madam Clerk, I will be a yes with an abstention on October 8th. I was not here.
Number 10, receive and journalize a regular annexation petition for 2.2561 acres from New Russia Township to the City of Oberlin. Attorney Joshua Lamb is the agent for Kendall at Oberlin. Hearing will be Tuesday, December 17th at 4:30 p.m.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Community Development, 11, authorizing commissioners to enter into a revolving loan fund administration agreement with Ohio Ohio Development Services Agency for the term of 3 years, beginning retroactive to January 1st of 24 and ending December 31st of 26.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Solid Waste, 12, renew the household hazardous waste insurance policy coverage with Colonia Insurance Company for the collection center in the amount of $11,901. This is effective October 27th of 24 through October 27th of 25 and will be paid from the insurance expenses account.
So moved?
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Under the airport, 13, approve change order number 1 to Erie Blacktop, Inc. for scope of work modifications. This is due to field conditions and the apron pavement length was extended to the south to match existing pavement joint. Field conditions after milling showed that the heavier tack coat rate shown in the plans was not necessary and a lower application rate was applied. Therefore, this results in a zero cost change order.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Number 14, approve change order number 2 to Erie Blacktop, Inc. for unforeseen conditions that modified the scope of work and extends the project completion date to October 31st of 2024.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
15, approve change order number 3 to Erie Blacktop, Inc. for scope of work modifications on the rehabilitation main apron project. This is due to field conditions. The apron pavement length was extended to the south to match the existing pavement joint. Field conditions after milling show that the heavier tack coat rate shown in the plans was not necessary and a lower application was applied. Therefore, this results in a net decrease of $25,057.75.
So approved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Engineer, 16, approve and enter into subdivider agreement with EWGC Development Group LLC for Emerald Woods Subdivision Number 11 in Columbia Township. Subdivider has submitted the proof of ownership, copy of a title, commitment from Stewart Title Guarantee Company, including evidence of tax payment, certificate of insurance, its engineer's estimated construction costs, copies of the cover sheet of the engineering plans and specifications. Subdivider agrees to bear all costs and expenses in the improvement contemplated by the subdivider agreement and to pay all plan review, inspection, and testing fees.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
County Administrator update.
You want to start?
Yeah, I can start. Great, thank you. Commissioners, thank you. Today, we had the report out of the strategic plan over at the college. We had, I would say, we had 191 pre-registrants, and I believe it was pretty full, meeting that number. We had a couple presentations. Dr. Ballinger gave a presentation a little bit on the state of the college, but also on their efforts and their strategic plan and how the two are going to coordinate and work together, which would be our purpose and intent. And then we had Renee Ligon from Team NEO give a presentation kind of on the region and Lorain County's role insofar as being an economic development driver. We also had Dave Burrell from Future IQ came in and presented along with me on the status of the strategic plan from where we started, the various steps we went through to get us to where we are today, which is after 46 public meetings, 105 action items derived from the strategic plan in the various meetings. 53 of them are short-term in nature, meaning we have 1 year to get them done if we can. Obviously, we'd like to do that. 36 midterm and 16 long-term items. So we'll be working now on executing, right? The first part of this, as Commissioner Riddell was very emphatic that this be a citizen-driven activity. It is. Now we have 105 items to deliver upon, and that's going to be the next phase of the strategic plan. It follows through on the 5 pillars that were discussed, and we still have the first 2, which has to do with government and government operations and being more efficient, which we're going to start that process in January. So that kind of summarizes the events of the strategic plan up until this point. Now it's time to really deliver on the items that the citizens asked us to work on their behalf. Now, any questions from the commissioners, if there are any?
No. Victor, do you have the stick that you were given?
There it is there.
There we go. Renee Ligon spoke as Dave mentioned, and there's a couple of quick slides that I think portend for our future. And right now the future is out to 2030 in terms of estimation, and these are significant because there are bogeys for northeastern Ohio, there are bogeys for the state of Ohio, and then there's the nation. And these are the bogeys for the projected needs. And you'll notice at the bottom, population ages 25 to 44, we need to grow that by about 9,400 people. So at the end of the day, our economic development plans are centered around bringing enough jobs and industry to Lorain County to keep our 25 to 44-year-olds home. Next slide, Victor. You know, one of the things that we often miss are demographic trends, one of which we don't have a whole lot of control over, but we should realize. One of the most famous was Lee Iacocca. He forecasted that the boys coming home from Europe would not want to climb into a station wagon, so he invented a thing called the Mustang, which became a popular sports car and addressed the need at the time. But our current demographic trends, the baby boomers are retiring. We have virtually low birth rates, none of which we could control as government. And we're having a problem retaining our college graduates here in Ohio because we don't have the high-tech jobs. And as a result, we're creating a talent gap. And if we leave this alone and we don't do anything, we will shrink because we're not addressing the opportunities that are ahead of us. So I thought this was a pretty compelling projection of why we need to do what we're doing. Next slide, Victor. Victor?
He did.
There we go. Okay, and so based on what we see in these current trends and projections, and again, these are projections, they're not exact, but they give us something to plan towards. We need intentional strategies to diversify what we do here in Lorain County and target more of the new, what they call the right industries, where the northeastern Ohio region has we have all of the support to do that. And everything that we are trying to do at Lorain County is supported by other resources and partners in northeastern Ohio. Victor? This is the one that really caught my imagination today at the college, and that is that today, 20.2 billion, if we don't do anything different, okay, we would be at $20.2 billion worth of gross product here in Lorain County. You can see where Ohio would be at 24.9, but the national average would be 31.8 billion, indicating that we would fall approximately 1/3 behind the national average if we don't do something in the years to come to increase. So staying the status quo might be comfortable, but it's not going to be successful for our residents and citizens. So thank you, Victor. These are the current strategies that Team NEO is proposing, and you'll see that we need to address the talent. We have a great partner in Lorain County Community College. As was stressed today by Marcia Ballinger, they really emphasize their middle name, which is community. And so we need to grow our diverse base of industries, grow our pipeline of competitive sites. The administration, the administrative team has been working on doing that with getting a reality check from outsiders who look at the county a little differently than we do. And last one is to engage and promote the region. And I think that we're poised to do that. And as you've seen, we'll be getting more and more attention of the world around us. So altogether, it was a very interesting day. And again, David Greenspan, thank you for shepherding this. You did a terrific job, and now comes the heavy lifting. So start going to the gym in the morning.
I appreciate that. I'd like to do that. One thing, we did choose, and the commissioners chose a phenomenal partner in Future IQ, and their experience and their guidance through this process, I think, showed very largely today in the not only the presentation but the compilation of the materials and the last year's effort to get us where we are. So I want to give Dave and Celine a kind of recognition for a job well done.
Yes, and many copies of the study and the results will be available to anybody who wants as we go forward over the next 12 months. So.
Well, and Commissioner, and you did bring something to mind. On the website, the county's website, in the upper banner is a link to the portal, which will remain active. The link which has all the materials that have been produced during the strategic plan, which includes the think tank report, the benchmark report, the final report, and this last task force report, as well as the surveys and all the other information. So if there's ever any question or anyone wants to do any research or look up anything that was discussed over the past year, it is all there and available.
Yes, and that is also the website that's available in Spanish as well as several other languages.
Yes, there's a widget, so you can click a dozen or so different languages. It'll translate it for you into that language. So language will not be a barrier here in Lorain County when it comes to understanding what's going on in county government.
Way to go. Way to go. Thanks again, Dave.
Good evening, Commissioners. I'm going to do round two for you here.
There you go.
Believe it or not, Mr. Armbruster is allowing me to talk about the 6119.
He's never
So-
going to get his voice back if he doesn't let you talk.
So we did have an opportunity yesterday evening to attend the City of Vermillion City Council meeting. The purpose of our attendance was to, actually Lou McMahon gave the presentation that he also gave to the Board of Commissioners about the process that we have to go through in order to form a 6119 regional sewer district. He also explained to them where we're at in the process and what our next steps were going to be, that the process is a really public process and that we do anticipate having our public meetings before the end of the year and being fully prepared to go to court sometime in the first quarter of 2025, hopefully in order to get our 6119 regional sewer district formed. The council was very excited about the project. They were glad to get the update and the report. They're excited to know our timeline, how soon, we're going to be up and running. There were some questions that were answered that we couldn't give definite answers to, but we did ask them to stay tuned. As soon as we can get our regional sewer district formed by the court, we'll be ready to hit the ground running and take care of some of the sewer problems that are out there in Lorain County. Also, I think it was last Friday, we had an opportunity to meet with a couple of the local criminal attorneys, and I think Mr. Pierre out of your office, Dan.
Chris Pierre.
Yes.
Zach Simonoff, and
Kenny Lou.
Kenny Lou.
Kenny Lou.
So my counterpart, the head of the criminal division, a prominent local criminal defense lawyer, and Zach Simonoff, who is very heavily involved in both criminal law and in some of the more specialized areas of the law that interface with the jail.
Right, and the purpose of that meeting was to basically show them our current design of the new jail. Eric Ratz from DLZ, our architect, was there. He was present. We walked them through the plan to make sure that they saw the improvements that we're making for their ability to meet with their clients at the jail. So it was a very good meeting. They were very excited to see the new layout. Their request was a very simple one. They wanted a safe space to meet with their attorneys, to meet with their clients, and to have the technology that they would need to basically display any additional information that they need to show to their clients while they're in jail. So it was another good, positive meeting with stakeholders at the jail. So again, we're looking to come back to the board next fall, I think, for funding purposes, hopefully. You're looking at me funny,
Yeah,
Dave.
'cause next fall is too late. You need a
Next
little
fall's too
earlier than that, so.
We've got a schedule, trust me. He's already built the darn thing, so. And then last on my list is to remind everybody that tomorrow, on October 24th, we will be having a ribbon cutting for the Lorain County Sustainability Learning Center. The Solid Waste Management District is hosting that at 540 South Abbey Road from 4:30 till 6:30 p.m. So we encourage everybody to come out, take a look at the Sustainability Learning Center, which is a big word to say. But it's an interactive type of facility, so you'll get to go, you'll get to learn about recycling, learn how you can do it at home. I'm excited to go. I know they've been talking about this thing for years, so it's great that they finally got it ready to go. We're going to do our ribbon cutting, have a little celebration. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Armbruster.
So since last spring, after many conversations with my wife Lee about careers in government and careers in general, she teamed up and always has been teamed up with Dave Miller from the Education Service Center that covers all the schools in Lorain County. And between the two of them, we had several meetings with not only our department heads, but with the other elected officials, their department heads, to discuss a possibility of putting together a career day here in Lorain County. And over this past summer, they did get it put together, and we have the commissioners, forensic lab, 911, the sheriff, solid waste, and common pleas is actually going to have students from all of the schools in Lorain County that are going to sign up. And we can only handle so many of them, but we're going to start this off and have a career day on November 19th. Because the county actually can, and the engineer's office is on this too, because as this grows, the kids are going to be able to see because we cover all aspects of government. We cover all aspects basically of industry, everything from construction to maintenance all the way down to HR. So this is going to give an opportunity, and we'll have that career day, and I know we're going to have another one. I'm looking forward to the success of it. So are they. And so November 19th, if you see a whole bunch of kids around here and in high school kids that are out there that are here, they're on a career day here, and hopefully it'll be a very big success. And maybe they might graduate from high school or from LCC. If they're going there, we'll have some more kids that would want to work for government. If not, they'll be at least exposed to what we do here in government in Lorain County. And finally, this morning, It's not very often that you have a family that has been around 100 years in the manufacturing business, but Elyria Manufacturing, or EMC Precision as it's called now, they had their 100th anniversary this morning with breakfast. Tony Gallo did a nice job in a presentation, and the family's been there for that 100 years, and it's done Olamarkers are the family. They've done a great job, and they produce anything from parts for a vacuum cleaner probably down to, I don't think they do little tykes because I didn't see any plastic parts in there, they saw, but all the way up to Caterpillar and John Deere and the largest tractors and equipment that's out there that they produce parts for right here in Elyria, Ohio. And the factory was just fabulous. They did $1 million worth of renovation, and most of the renovation was for their employees. So they are truly employee-driven, and their bathrooms were gorgeous in comparison to what ours here at Lorain County, unfortunately. But they're brand new, look at it that way. But what a great day, not only for strategic plan, but I'm looking forward to November 19th when the high school students get here and they'll have a career day here in Lorain County. That concludes my report.
Well, I'd like to add one thing since you talked about bathrooms, and that is keep working with Dan Gross. We need a public bathroom on the first floor.
We are doing that, yes.
Okay. And I'm glad to see you're doing something to address the average age around here.
I have nothing. Board correspondence?
We have one. Oh, we have to do.
No, we need to move to waive the reading of the board's correspondence.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Hung?
Yes.
Is there any new business? No?
No.
Now there's public comment.
Now there's public comment. Michael?
I'll work on mine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. President, Commissioners. Michael DeCarlo, 320 Alberta, Vermilion. I haven't been called Michael in like a public meeting like that since, the only place I get called Michael's here.
Hey,
It's pretty cool.
your family.
It runs deeper than you think, sir. It can be said that the Constitution is a definition of government, and it's very important that it is for it. If it's not, government's not defined. History's shown us that we'll find it everywhere. If we can't define it, we can't confine it. And without confining government, its little Leviathan little tentacles reach out everywhere, right? All wars are bankers' wars, and the first casualty of any conflict is the truth. I speak to you again on continual process improvement regarding some of the municipal policy police enforcement teams, specifically Lorain, Elyria, North Ridgeville. Compare and contrast the events over the last summer, since May to now. The Lorain police chief did a press conference, spot on, right? My biggest takeaway there is the only time he felt uncomfortable is when he had a default to Elyria. Because I'm saying that he knew the answer to the questions, but he had to act like he didn't. It was a couple times that he felt uncomfortable, only time, right? The incident there, nothing. My only concern is that it's going to Elyria, okay? Now, if we go to Elyria Police Kick-In Door, it took 15 months for them to investigate that. How are we going to get investigation done in 2 months that they're claiming when we could get something done in 15 months over there? And you tie all this in through, we're all tied into this through what? Mutual jurisdiction agreements, right? So we got a Ridgeville attitude, we got a Elyria attitude, and we got a Lorain doing a real good thing. And they're maligned as being the worst town around. And I go through Lorain 5 times a week at least, going to either to Avon or the American Legion to see if I go buy flowers for anybody's funerals other than myself. Right? It's a great town, good people doing a great work. My only critique is, why are we doing it that way? And if we can change the policy or procedure so we don't do it again. Because you're doing everything right, but if the end result makes you look like a fool. Yeah. And I'm not critiquing the guy. Because if you go to that second to last paragraph, and that read up in the paper in the Chronicle, and says, this is what you get when you go after evil or violent crime, you're exactly right. So it's going to happen again. Because they're doing a real good job going after evil in Lorain. Have a great weekend. or a great week.
Thank you for
And appreciate it.
very thoughtful presentation tonight.
Right, sir. Appreciate it.
That being our business of the day, the meeting is adjourned.
Dave, do you want to sign these?
No, I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.